do have some areas that can
Spring is coming. See how Ohioans can better prepare for the weather hazards that come with warmer times.
A new Department of Homeland Security secretary testified at a nomination hearing today. We have who Kristi Noem's possible replacement is.
During his confirmation hearing to lead the
Gas prices went up again, and now it is considered one of the fastest increases the U.S. has ever experienced on record.
The aftermath of the strike is. All these stories and more as Kent Stater TV starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good Wednesday evening, Portage County, and welcome back to Kent Stater TV. I'm Lexi Blatnick.
And I'm Sophia Lena. Thank you for joining us. We start tonight as we are in the final stretch to warmer days.
That's right, but warmer days also bring weather hazards that Ohioans need to be prepared for.
This week is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and KSTV's very own Lex Rady has more on how residents can be prepared for those hazards.
That's right, guys. Last week's windstorm knocked out power, flooded roads, and downed trees across Portage County, impacting students and residents. As Severe Weather Awareness Week begins, officials say this storm is exactly why preparation matters.
We do have some areas that can flood very quickly. Any downed tree branches will very quickly cause traffic problems for us.
From flooded roadways to blocked streets, even a short storm can quickly create dangerous conditions.
When our traffic signals go out, that's one of our biggest concerns. That can lead to possible injuries due to traffic crashes.
That's why emergency officials say Severe Weather Awareness Week focuses on one key message: being prepared before disaster strikes.
One of the biggest things we can do is education, making sure that you're prepared in advance so that you're as resilient at the most local levels.
Because weather events like last week's windstorm are becoming more intense across Northeast Ohio.
It just seems like we can't have just a normal afternoon thunderstorm, right? A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning. It's always like 50, 75 mile an hour wind gusts, trees down, power's out.
And when warnings are issued, officials say there may be little time to react.
You may only have seconds or minutes to heed that warning and take those protective actions.
Meteorologists say knowing what those warnings mean and how to respond can save lives.
You know, when we issue a flash flood warning, go to the higher ground. In a tornado, go to the basement, go to the interior room. Severe thunderstorm warning, stay away from the windows.
But for Kent State students living off campus, preparation often takes a back seat. Many students are living off campus for the first time by themselves without backup supplies, an emergency kit, or even plans if the power goes out. And when a storm hits, the lack of preparation often becomes a safety risk.
Keeping yourself warm and having a backup phone charger for your cell phone. So your cell phone is going to be your only way of communication, and if power is out, you can't charge it.
Still, officials say one of the biggest dangers isn't the storm itself, it's how people react to it.
Don't do something overly daring or dangerous that's going to put yourself in harm's way.
Now, I will say that I asked Ziegler during the interview if we were finally out of this full spring and we'll be experiencing permanent warmth anytime soon, and he just looked at me and laughed. But don't get too discouraged, Portage County, because we will have your weekday forecast coming up. For KSTV, I'm Lex Reedy.
Thank you, Lex. Police have arrested Streetsboro resident Stephen Neff, who is accused of drunk driving and causing a fatal 3-car crash. The crash took place near I-480 last night. A 22-year-old Salem man was thrown from his vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. Stowe Municipal Court show that Neff faces 1 felony count of aggravated vehicular homicide, 3 felony counts of aggravated vehicle assault, and 1 misdemeanor count of operating a vehicle while intoxicating and failing to stop at a sidewalk and reckless operation.
The Cleveland Clinic's Beechwood Family Health and Surgery Center was evacuated this morning for the suspicion of a hazardous materials leak. According to a city spokesperson, after employees felt lightheaded, firefighters detected low oxygen levels and evacuated the entire clinic. No injuries were reported, and patients' appointments and procedures have been postponed or relocated. The source of the odor has not been identified.
Welcome to your Wednesday weather forecast. I'm your weather anchor, Lila Schaefer-Hughes. Right now, I have today as cloudy, 35 degrees, overcast, you know, that very cold. I need a jacket, I need a hat and stuff like that. It's pretty cold out. The wind's coming from 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's gonna make that 35 degrees feel a lot colder. And then right now we look at the humidity. That makes it overall just feel really cold. But as we move on to the hours of the evening, we will see that it's almost about the same. But if we move forward, we look at tomorrow and the hourly forecast. 32, 31, 32, you know, that cold freezing point of 32 degrees. And the precipitation stays at 2% and then jumps at 12 a.m. we got an 8% of precipitation. But as we move on for tomorrow's forecast, it's overcast again, 51 degrees, the wind a little less than today. So, I mean, that being the high, it's pretty okay, but it's still gonna be a little chilly. All right, folks, that's all I have for right now. Stay tuned to see the surrounding temperatures of Ohio and the extended weekly forecast. Back to Sophia and Lexi at the desk.
Thank you, Lila. A federal ruling told the Trump administration to reinstate more than 1,000 Voice of America employees after nearly a year since Trump defunded the U.S. Agency for Global Media. Many of its employees are on a paid administrative leave. But that can change as soon as the beginning of next week. Tuesday's rulings were in response to lawsuits brought by the VOA sideline director and 3 USAG employees.
Senator Markwayne Mullin has had his confirmation hearing to become the new leader of the Department of Homeland and Security this Monday.
CNN's Brian Abel has the details as the senator faced scathing questions.
Fighting as a resolution for political difference is a good example for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol.
In the hot seat on Capitol Hill, Senator Markwayne Mullin testifying during his confirmation hearing to lead the Department of Homeland Security. A tense start as Senator Rand Paul questioned Mullin over his temperament.
Explain to the American public why they should trust a man with anger issues to set the proper example for ICE and Border Patrol agents.
Let me earn your respect. Let me earn the job. I won't fail you. I won't back down from a challenge. And I'll also admit when I'm wrong.
Mullin's confirmation process for DHS Secretary comes after the ouster of Kristi Noem, whose tenure at the top of the department ended in a partial government shutdown, now in its second month, over the agency's immigration enforcement actions. Democrats voting to withhold funding while demanding significant reforms following the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy by federal agents in Minneapolis.
In the past 14 months, Secretary Noem has fundamentally broken the American people's trust in the Department of Homeland Security. If confirmed to lead the department, how will you be different from Secretary Noem?
My management style is empowering people. And as I said in my opening statement, I want to protect the homeland. I want to bring peace of mind. And I want to bring confidence back to the agency.
Mullin will next face a full vote in the Senate if the committee approves his nomination. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
72,000 immigrants have self-deported during Project Homecoming, according to a new document shared internally with the DHS and reviewed by CNN. This project is a $915 million initiative by the Homeland and Security to incentivize immigrants to self-deport. But this number may represent just a fraction of those who have left voluntarily, as the DHS and the Trump administration claims more than 2 million immigrants have left the country, and some without using the program.
With the partial government shutdown continuing, TSA's acting deputy administrator Adam Stahl says TSA is, quote, fully stretched, unquote. As a result, some smaller U.S. airports may have to close. Amid the shutdown, General Manager of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Ricky Smith, encourages travelers to get to the airport 3 hours ahead of their scheduled flight.
Gas prices are only getting higher with a now 5-cent increase compared to just yesterday. A gallon of regular, now it's averaging $3.84, being the highest cost since September 2023. This is one of the fastest gas prices increases the U.S. has ever experienced on record, on par with when Hurricane Katrina hit.
As we hit the 20-day mark of the attacks in Iran, we have the latest updates on the conflict.
Our correspondent Trinity Chapman has the details. Hi, Trinity.
Sophia, Lexi, good evening. As we hit the 20-day mark of attacks in Iran, tensions remain high while developments continue to unfold. And we have the latest on the conflict. IDF spokesperson General Effie Defrin stated in a press conference that Iran will continue to target anyone who poses, quote, a threat to Israel, including new Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei. During the press conference, Defrin vowed to neutralize the new leader after the death of Ali Larijani, saying it killed the Islamic Republic's national security chief in an airstrike. Defrin added that Khamenei is, quote, not immune and will be pursued. Iranian ballistic missile attack in Israel's capital yesterday, according to responding paramedics. Videos posted to Telegram by state-affiliated news agencies say the missiles fired at Tel Aviv were, quote, retaliation for the blood of the martyred Dr. Ali Larijani and his companions, end quote. CNN cameras captured impact sites at train stations and surrounding cities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed in a recent interview that Ukraine will face a missile shortage due to the war in the Middle East. Zelensky says that he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin wants to prolong the war in an effort to weaken Ukraine and divert support and resources. Zelensky stated that there is a depletion of air defense manufacturers and U.S. reserves and that, quote, Putin, a long war in Iran is a plus. Iran's decision to close the Strait of Hormuz has affected global trade both to and from the Gulf, causing a standstill. Ships and tanks in the waters have been targeted since the beginning of the war, with one cargo ship already having been hit last week. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has stated to be in contact with allies working to open up the Strait of Hormuz, saying, quote, they are working on that collectively to find a way forward, end quote. That's all the international news I have for you this Wednesday night. Visit KentStater.com to see more updates and story coverages. For KSTV, I'm Trinity Chapman.
Dining spot just opened at the KSU Student Center. Is it worth the long lines?
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay. Judy.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. A new restaurant just opened its doors here in Kent.
That's right, Bamboo just opened in the Student Center, and KSTV's very own Amanda Nishelli has the details. Hi Amanda, what can you tell us?
Bamboo made its debut at Kent State University today, and students lined up to get a taste of the only Asian restaurant at the university.
It's open! Go get boba!
The university's newest dining option officially opened its doors today, right at the Kent Student Center hub. Bamboo brings customizable ramen bowls, different flavors, and a new option for students.
Instead of just pizza or pasta or like those main foods, we kind of get like ramen and like orange chicken and boba. Boba's a big one that we miss. I love boba.
For many, this comes as a fresh option and a nice shift from traditional dining halls, something that will offer them an experience that is closer to that of an off-campus restaurant.
It tastes a lot better than other places around here, so it does look like it's more real food. I could walk in the restaurant and I could definitely see this being restaurant quality.
The menu blends a variety of Asian-inspired flavors, with options going from spring rolls to orange chicken, and even a possible addition of sushi in the future. Bamboo had the goal of bringing a mix of comfort foods and customization, giving students the ability to create food that will fit their taste and are unique to their own wishes.
It's so good. Like, usually when I think college, like, food court, I'm like, the food's gonna be like canteen food, you know what I mean? But like this is really, really good.
Bamboo is adding a lot more than just food options to Kent. The restaurant gives students the opportunity to know a new style of food and immerse themselves in a new culture, even if just for a fast meal.
So it's definitely a good introduction. A good way to introduce people to a different culture is through food. That's how a lot of people know about, European foods, Asian foods. It always starts with the food.
Restaurants like this, it's like people who aren't exposed to as much diversity as getting exposed to diversity. It's good for like open-mindedness.
Lines and good comments made you want to try Bamboo. They are open from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Experience this new flavor at the KSC Hub. For KSTV, I am Amanda Nishelli.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm. This is your KSTV weather.
It's gross and cold, and it was 70 degrees on Sunday, and it's like 21 degrees today.
I had to walk to my class in the wind in my face. Oh my God, but Lila, please give us good news. Please tell us it's gonna get warmer.
Unfortunately, we won't see the immediate warmness right now, but it's going to come like maybe the weekend at least, so that's good. But as we look at the overview of Ohio right now, we're still seeing that cold. Akron, Canton, 32. The warmest we have is Cincinnati at 46 degrees. But as we lean in closer to northeast Ohio, we could see about the same temperatures. Kent, 31 degrees, Akron, Canton, 32. Very chilly. Still, if you're going outside, wear that coat. If we look at the extended forecast, we can see the warm-up happening at the weekend. So if you're going out, make sure you have at least a light jacket, because on Sunday there's going to be a pretty decent chance of rain. But I mean, 67 degrees, that's pretty good. But as we move forward to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, we can slowly start to see that 50 degrees kind of plateau. So, it's a nice change from the 30 degrees nastiness we've been seeing. So that's a good thing to look forward to. But that was a look at your full forecast for the week. Be sure to stay updated with KSTV. I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes, and that was your Wednesday weather.
Bucks, could the Cavaliers get back on track after a loss to the Mavericks?
What if your research could reach beyond the classroom? Welcome to the 40th Graduate Research Symposium. This two-day event brings graduate students from all disciplines together to present their work, exchange ideas, and engage with faculty and peers. Join us each day at 8 a.m. for research and collaboration with award opportunities and keynote speaker Professor Michael Beam. Register for Graduate Research Symposium March 19th and 20th at the Kent State Student Center.
Did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core?
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
To Kent Core.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
March Madness isn't the only sport that's going on right now. Now, let's take a look at what's going on all around the sports world, starting off locally in Kent. The Kent State men's basketball team will be traveling tonight to play the NIT tournament against Illinois State. In the Golden Flash's last game in the MAC tournament, Kent State fell just short to Akron in the semifinals. The NIT is for teams who play and who don't make the national tournament, and the Flashes made the Elite Eight in last year's NIT. Historically, these two teams have met 7 times, with Kent State holding a 5-2 record over the Redbirds. This game can be watched on ESPN Plus tonight at 8 p.m. And now, last night, the U.S. played Venezuela in the finale of the World Baseball Classic. Venezuela got ahead early in this game, going ahead by 2 runs after a solo home run from Wilyer Abreu. But in the 8th inning, Bryce Harper hit a 402-run home run to tie the game. With the game on the line in the 9th inning, Venezuela's Eugenio Suarez hit a game-winning double that brought the winning home run to win the game. Baseball fans can now look ahead to opening day on March 25th and March 26th. And now moving on over to the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers traveled to Milwaukee to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And Kevin Poyer here is going to find the way to get to the basket, and the bounce is going to go in. He had a great game in this one, but now Dennis Schroeder is going to pass this one to Jaden Tyson to Evan Mobley for a dunk. An incredible play there, display of athleticism. And now Max Strauss is going to drive to the rim and pass it again to Evan Mobley. Mobley with 27 in this one. He had an absolutely fantastic game. And the Cavaliers, they had a lead during certain parts of this game, but Milwaukee just kept fighting back. As you can see, Kevin Porter right there, he had a great game in this one as well. Kevin Porter with 25 in this one. As you can see him spin around, get to the basket, incredible dunk. The Milwaukee Bucks were just relentless in this game, and they were able to find the way to get this one really close. And as you can see here, they're going to tie the game with a 3-pointer by Pete Nance, and he's now James Harden is going to find a way to get the ball to Max Strauss. He's going to miss it, but Evan Mobley is going to find a way to put that one in. The Cavaliers are going to win this one 123-116. Now, the Cavaliers have already clinched the playoffs, but with every win, they're getting a higher seed. For now, for more sports updates, check out the Kent Stater Sports Network on Instagram. Now, for the rest of your Wednesday newscast.
2026 Lollapalooza, it's almost here. We have Who You Will See headlining one of the biggest musical festivals in the world.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother
I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
And although I may be lonely, stick around for what each of the cast members has planned for today.
All that and more on College Voice.
Peace
out.
Today, the world could use a little more understanding.
understanding, nurtured by shared values. We come together at Kent State. Different dreams, different viewpoints, united by purpose. Preparing to make a difference in our divided world. Wherever you are in your life's journey, come learn with us. Begin at Kent State.
More people are turning back in time and dusting off their turntables. U.S. vinyl sales topped $1 billion last year, according to a report done by the Recording Industry Association of America. Sales grew more than 9% from a year ago, which marks 19 years of growth. Music fans bought nearly 47 million records last year, with who else but Taylor Swift leading the way.
But we have now the full lineup list for the 2026 Lollapalooza, and it's heavy with several Grammy winners and top Billboard artists. Charlie XCX, Tate McRae, Lorde, Jenny, and Olivia Dean are just some of the artists headlining the festival, together with John Summit and the Smashing Pumpkins. The festival will run in Chicago from July 30th to August 2nd, and pre-sales start tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Do you think it's in the budget to go to Lollapalooza? I don't know most of those. I do know the Smashing Pumpkins. I have a Smashing Pumpkins shirt, but that's just about it.
I love all of them. I really wanted to watch all of them, but I don't know if it is on the budget. I don't think so. We'll see.
Well, thank you for tuning in this Wednesday evening. For more stories in your community, be sure to stay up to date with the Kent Stater and go vote for Best of Kent on our socials.
And tune in at 8 p.m. for a new episode of All Systems Go. I'm Sophia Lena.
And I'm Lexi Blatnick. Have a great night, Portage County. That was fun.
I did 2 years in college in Brazil. We don't have anything inside of a college that is similar to student media. We want to do here on Flash Media is to create something that we call a special connection with the client. It's something human to human. I'm not just there to take his money and to give him on some ads. I'm there to help his business at the same time that he's helping our business. So those are the clients that we were looking for.
At Kent State University, student athletes from around the world find their home away from home.
My dream has always been to come to the United States and play basketball on a college level.
I'm going to be the first graduate in my family. It's a big thing for me.
The faculty members here at Kent State are incredible.
I feel like Kent State, it has all the opportunity in the world.
Northeast Ohio is the ideal place for them to excel athletically and academically. From the moment they arrive, students are surrounded by a network of support that helps them thrive and achieve their dreams.
We are a family, so helping each other out is one of the most important things.
Straight away, I knew I had people that I could count on. As soon as I got here, between coaches, friends that I met pretty early on, I feel like this is a second home now.
This is the place. This is it.
Coach Starkey, he always asks about how you're doing.
Our coaches are so supportive. They make you better athletes, and so many of those qualities are transferable. You're going to come out of here being a...
For decades, I've taught you everything I know.